Hello, welcome to today's Vinyasa yoga class. My name's Olivia. I am a certified yoga teacher and have greatly benefited from the practice. Today we will be flowing an all-around soulful 45-minute class. Since it will be a well-rounded class, we will be working on forward bends, hip openers, twists, and our collective intention of today's practice is the beautiful idea of impermanence, which is a positive thing because when we think about impermanence with meditation, when we close our eyes and go inward and focus on sensations and our senses and what we hear and we place it upon good and bad, we will discover that it's impermanent. And so that can be helpful in the hard times, and it can keep you grounded during, the more fruitful times. So, and not in a way that you're not allowing good things to come in and to happen during fruitful times, or you have your guard up when good things happen. It's just the circle of life. So in this excerpt, I am reading Meditations on Intention and Being. And if you're interested in for meditating, the link will be in the description. This part, good things, bad things, in between things, they all come and go. Part of the space that we create through meditation in order to find an appropriate response is the knowledge that things change on their own and that it is okay to do nothing. The practice of Vyagarya brings us into the direct felt experience of impermanence and the infinity of choices that come with it. So another positive thing about impermanence is that when you really think about it, when things really begin to change or move forward on a change or take a shift, it's usually not something that you made an impulsive decision on, or decision you made when you were angry, a decision you made when you were in the thick of it. It's usually evolution. Things happen out of your control. So another positive of impermanence is being able to separate the things that you have control over in your life and the things that you don't have control over your life, and then having a list of the things that you would like in your life, optimizing towards the things that you have on your list that you want. So that will be our idea in movement. And with this idea impermanence, we'll be flowing pretty fluidly today. So we won't be holding poses and getting in the nitty-gritty of grounding down. We will be grounding, but in a fluid way, in a well-rounded way. So if you haven't already, begin to blink your eyes closed. And just begin to turn your gaze inward. Sit here in the space between. Begin to notice your breath. Take a few inhales and exhales in kind of a fluid way before we really get started on the movement. So we're already inviting that fluid movement with our breath. And on your next inhale, notice your belly rise to make space for your lungs to take in all that air. Exhale it out. Push your navel towards your spine. Press all the air out of the balloon. Inhale, fill up like a balloon. Hold at the top. Exhale, let it go. navel towards spine. And as you maintain awareness of that breath, imagine your sits bones meeting the earth and gaining so much growth downward, foreshadowing its impermanence. So though we're rooted deeply on the earth, you could easily detach the roots from the earth. On your next exhale, gently blink your eyes open and start to take a look around the space around you. And we will meet at the top of our space in Tadasana, mountain pose. Before we get started in our movement, bring your feet hips width apart. Feel your hips over your knees over your heels. A slight tuck in your tailbone. At the same time, shine your heart open. Palms shine forward. And allow your feet to be gently rooted into the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Pause here in our first high plank. Find a slight tuck in your tailbone, shine your heart open. Find an external rotation in your arms. And then come down on your knees or stay up in plank, up to you. Come down halfway in a half push-up position. Push your heart through. Come through upward facing dog. Look up. And exhale, press yourself back. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold, root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And breathe. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold, root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. One more. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Bring your feet together to touch. Bring the inseam of your legs together to touch. Sit down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Open your heart here. Even though we're sitting in a chair, imagine tucking your tailbone under and see if that allows you to sit just a little deeper. Make sure you can see your toes here. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Back heel plants. Hips square, rise on up. Warrior one. Sit low. Allow your hips to be the liaison between your legs, square your hips forward, allow the power in your front leg to support your back leg. Sit a little deeper, relax your shoulders, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back heel plants. Rise on up, hips square forward. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Sit low in your left leg. Square your hips forward. Use the power in your left leg. Send it back to support your back leg. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Again, think of tucking your tailbone under to see if you can sit down a little lower. Make sure you can see your toes. Relax your shoulder blades down. Exhale, spill forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Rise on up. Warrior 1, sit low. Square your hips forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back heel plant, rise on up. Warrior 1, second side. Sit low, square your hips forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. One more cycle of breath. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Tuck your tailbone under. See if that allows you to sit a little lower. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through, back heel plants. Rise on up. Warrior One. Virabhadrasana 1, sit low. Hips square forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back heel plants. Rise on up. Hips square forward. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Take a slow walk to the top of your space. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Just hang heavy here. Find a slight bend in your knees if that's, take some pressure off your hamstrings. And root to rise, come all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Come to the top of your space. I'll face you and I'm mirroring you. So when I say right and when I say left, sit down into our chair pose, Utkatasana. So again, see if you can tuck that tailbone under. See if you can sit a little lower. Bring your hands to heart center. Make sure you're still breathing. Inhale, lift your heart. Left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Bring your palms together. Try to maintain a bend in both hips evenly and send that in that left hip back a little bit extra. If you'd like, open your arms with the left palm to the outside of the right foot and come back to center, hands to heart center. And then our right elbow will come to the outside of our left knee. Second side. Find that dynamic tension by pressing into the palms evenly. Look up towards the sky on the left side. If you'd like, you can bring your right palm to the outside of your left foot. Open that left arm up for 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Spill forward into Uttanasana. Hang out here in Padangustasana. Allow your full body to spill forward into a forward fold, whether your hands are resting on your feet or the earth, whatever your preference is. 3 more cycles of breath. And then we'll root to rise, stand all the way up. Send your feet out long. Press into the outer edge of both feet evenly. Stand tall. Right foot faces the right side of your space. Hinge at that right hip. Find a sassiness in that left hip. Bring your right palm to rest on your right ankle, foot, the earth, or a block, and really turn that right hip up towards the sky. So think about shining the bottom of your torso up towards the sky. Maybe send that left arm up towards the sky and look up at that left palm. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bring your right palm 10 inches forward. Your left foot comes up in the air. Half moon pose. Similar idea. Imagine that right torso spinning up towards the sky. That left palm reaches up towards the sky. Maybe that left foot bends. Kick into that left foot with your left palm. Look up towards the sky. For 3, for 2, and 1. If you had a hold of your top foot, let go to a standing position. We'll meet back in a prasarita stance. That left foot faces out towards the left side of your space. Find a hinge in that left hip. Allow a roundness in that right hip. Keep your spine long. Keep your torso strong. Start to spill forward. That left palm can rest on your left shin, left foot, the earth, or a block. Right arm comes up towards the sky. And really imagine that left torso spinning up. Enjoy this nice elongated stretch in your IT band. Look down towards your left foot. Look forward 10 inches. Plant your hands 10 inches forward. Come on up into half moon pose. Square your hips towards the side of your space, kind of like Virabhadrasana 2. If you'd like, you can catch that right foot with your right palm and kick your right foot into your right palm. For 3, for 2, and 1. If you had a hold of that right foot, release. Extend that right leg long once more. On back to a standing position. We will meet at the top of our space. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Pause in this high plank to really re-square our hips. And vinyasa. We will meet in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Rise on up, high crescent lunge, all 10 toes squared forward. Find a right angle in that right knee. Square your hips forward. Tuck your tailbone under. Extend that left leg long. Bring your hands down to heart center. Send your torso long. Bring that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Send your gaze up towards the sky and breathe. If you'd like, you can bring that left palm down to the outside of your right foot. Bring that right arm up to the sky. If you'd like, wrap that right arm around to bind for 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Send your right foot back, your hips, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts this time. Exhale, step your left foot through. 10 toes square forward. Come into a right ankle in that left knee. Tuck your tailbone under here. At the same time, extend that right leg back. Sit low. Bring your hands to heart center. Send your torso forward. Right elbow comes to the outside of that left knee. Hands come to a prayer position on the left side of your space. Look up towards the left. If you'd like, you can bring that right palm to the outside of your left foot. Open your heart. If you'd like, you can wrap that left arm around. Come into a bind. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come out of it. And that left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Come to Virasana. Bring a block under your sits bones if you'd like to sit on a block. Bring your ankles out towards the sides. Whether you're on a block or not, if you'd like, you can bring your arms back to find this slight back bend here. This should feel pretty nice. If you'd like more of a challenge, you can walk your arms back even more and maybe even lay back to rest on your forearms. And if you're really feeling it, you can come all the way back to lay, all the way down in a full Supta Virasana. And you can even bring your arms all the way up, back behind you if you'd like. And breathe. We'll be here for about a minute. Just make sure you land in a good, comfortable spot. Begin to flutter your eyes open if you had them resting closed. If you were laying all the way back, Keep a straight spine and come up slowly. And we will meet back in a seated Virasana. Come forward, bring your palms forward. Press yourself back into a downward facing dog and take your time. Come back into all fours position first if you'd like to. If maybe your legs are still recovering from our Virasana. Eventually come up to a downward facing dog and check in with yourself and notice how this downward facing dog feels compared to our first downward facing dog of today's class. Come onto your knees, send your left foot forward to where there's a 90-degree angle in that left leg. We'll come into a low lunge. So come as low into the low lunge as possible, finding that stretch in that front hip flexor. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. And you can bring your hands to frame your front foot. And then straighten that left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Really extend your left leg and point through the heel here. You can stay here in Ardha Hanumanasana, or you can come into full Hanumanasana, full splits. If you have a block to rest your palms on, now is a good time. Square your hips forward for 3, for 2, and 1. If you were in Hanumanasana, come out of it. Square or hip circle in one direction and then the other. And then bring that right foot forward this time. Come on up into a low lunge position. Play with the openness in your hips here. And next time you go low, come all the way into a low lunge. So you're really extending that left hip flexor. Sit low and allow your feet and legs to work together here. And come forward into Ardha Hanumanasana. Straighten that right leg, extend through the right heel. Stay here, or you can extend forward into a full Hanumanasana. Splits. And you might notice one side is more open than the other. And breathe. We'll be here for 3, for 2, and 1. Come all the way out of that. Coming into a tabletop position. Bring your toes together, send your knees wide, and we'll sit down into child's pose. And breathe as we cool down. And then feel free to turn over onto your back. We will do one Final hip stretch in happy baby pose. Just allow gravity to do the work here. Allow your hips to fall from side to side. And any organic movement that you may want to do here, go ahead and honor it, whether that's plow pose, halasana, more happy baby time, more splits time. Coming into corpse pose, shavasana. And just allow yourself to get really, really heavy here. Allow yourself to click into relaxation mode and really relish in the residue of today's class. And just allow yourself to melt into your mat. And allow today's class sort of flash before your eyes and then fall away. Eventually, your breaths will take care of themselves. Enjoy your shavasana, and I will guide us out when it's time. Slowly begin to call your breath back. Find some gentle movements in your fingertips, in your toes. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Turn over onto one side and pause. Press yourself back up to Sukhasana to meet me here. We will check back in with our intention as a collective, impermanence, and what an invitation to enjoy each moment for what it is, without future, without past worries. Allow yourself to be in the current moment, noticing the good, noticing the bad, and deciding how to react. And just a well-rounded movement celebration all together. And I would also like to take a moment to honor any intentions you came to class with today, and I will send my energy towards that. Lift your arms up overhead. Bring your hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for your time and for practicing with me. And let me know in the comments how you liked the class and what you may want to see next time. And thank you so much for subscribing. It really helps the channel, and I will see you next time.